Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Becoming Her. It is your girl, Nina Simone.
And it is your favorite Italian girl, Julia Brunetti.
And we are so excited to be with you all today and talk to you all today. We are going to be diving into femininity and the art of balance. So I know it is something that is so essential for, I feel like, anybody, you know, but it's so misunderstood. Because femininity is not just looking cute or looking like a woman or blah, blah, blah. You know, it's so much more to it. Totally. So, but yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, we're going to play a little game, a little icebreaker. So I'm going to ask you the questions.
Okay.
Some rapid fire type of questions. Okay?
I'm ready.
This or that. Here we go. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Why?
Cause I don't know. I've always been like more of a moon person. I don't know. I'm always up at night, and that's when my mind is more active. But I'm working towards becoming
the morning person. Yeah, because you've been in the gym.
Yes.
Okay.
6 a.m. So.
Period. And I need to get like her because that is something that I really want to get better at is getting up early. Like, I just feel like you're so much more productive, so much more energy, you know. So
like you have a whole completely different drive in the morning, like energy, drive, like mindset too. Yes.
All of this is going into femininity, y'all.
Yes.
Okay. And masculine energy because you need to get up early and get to it.
Right.
Period. Me too. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Okay. Plan everything or go with the flow?
Plan everything.
Oh, really?
Yes. I need everything to be planned. Like, I need to know exactly what we're doing, what time, where we're going, where we're eating. Like, I need
Period.
to know. I struggle with going with the flow.
I think I'm like a mix of both. I think I'm half and half. So not plan everything. But do you like spontaneity?
I do. I definitely do. And see, well, I guess that is hypocritical because, like, it is, when it comes to certain plans, it is maybe easier for me. Like, if you tell me, you know, at 3 a.m, let's just go to Oklahoma, I might just be like, you know what?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Do it. You know, you only live once.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you catch me on a bad day, I'm gonna be like, what? Right now at 3 a.m. I don't have my luggage. I don't have my charger. You know, like, so I feel like it. You know, I guess it kind of depends on the mood that you get me in the moment.
Because didn't I ask you to go to Houston last time or something? And you were like, if you would have told me like a few days ago,
she asked me like 3 weeks before, and I was like, if you would have told me before, I would have planned it. You know, but we're still going.
We're going.
Eventually, there was a swap.
Yeah. Okay. So. Period. That's good. I like that though. Books or podcasts?
Podcast. And I used to be a huge book person.
Really?
But then I don't know, just something happened in my puberty, I guess, where I just kind of like dropped books and I don't know. Maybe it's because I started doing more, and so podcasts. And I guess I could do audiobooks. You could if you like podcasts.
You know? Yeah. I definitely would say books for me. I love reading. I love just like learning. But podcasts too. You know, I watch a lot of podcasts. Look, we're doing one.
Yeah.
Look, but
it's also like the smell of a book and the taste. Yeah, like I love that. And then
that is so crazy because I love the smell of
like,
a new book.
You know,
that smell is just like I'm like, oh wow, so fresh.
It's like the smell of gasoline.
Low-key. I used to like the smell, but now I'm not really into the smell of gas.
I kind of do.
You do still?
Or like the markers, the black markers. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like the Sharpies. Love them. That is so crazy.
That's healthy, but
we'll do 2 more, okay?
Yes.
Self-care day or productivity day?
Self-care day.
Do you really apply those now?
The self-care
into your life? Yeah.
I do. I mean, not as frequently as I should, just because of all the commitments that I have and the things that I have to do. But I do love me a self-care day, like a nice bubble bath, face mask, nails.
I need to get into it.
We'll tune into that femininity.
Period, because that is going to help. Self-care, that is something that I neglect a lot. And I'm like, at least committing to 1 day, 2 days a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To really just give myself like a day.
At least 2 days a month, I agree.
You know, and I really don't do that. I think there are days where I'm like, not doing much, but I'll watch TV. It's like, girl, come on, you know, like, is that a form of self-care? I don't know.
So, okay, life lesson. So, like, one time, somebody told me that there is good fat and bad fat, right? So, if you eat fries taste amazing, right?
Right.
But is that good fat for you?
Right.
You know?
I see what you're saying.
And then you have good fat, which is like avocado, where avocado also tastes good. You put a little salt, pepper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's good fat for you. So that is to say that a day of relax, right? You sitting on the couch watching TV might make you feel relaxed, because at the end of the day you're not really doing.
Right.
But that's fries, you know, like
yeah.
you're just sitting there doing nothing, and you know, like
yeah.
that's relaxing per se. But is it really good for you?
Like,
but then you have, you know, self-care, where it's like, okay, I might be sitting here doing nothing while having a face mask on, or
mm-hmm.
you know, even maybe dance, or you know, other things that
it has to feed you in some
you know,
sort of
that
way.
feeds you in a way, that takes care of you. So it's like, okay, I'm not doing anything, but at the same time, like I just poured into myself.
Okay, got it.
So
period.
Fries, no. Avocado, yes.
Period. And she said what she said. Okay. Last one. Solitude or socializing?
Ooh, that's a hard
That's
one.
a hard one.
I love socializing,
mm-hmm.
but I also value a lot my solitude.
And
I need it, because if I don't stay in solitude, then I'm not gonna be able to socialize. It's like solitude charges me in order for me to socialize.
Yes, I'm definitely the solitude person. I'm always by myself mainly, besides when we're dancing. You know, that's normally my social life. So I think that is definitely a balance. You got to have a balance there, because you can't have too much of a social life, because then you're going to be depleted when it's time to be like by yourself. You know, it's just the art of balance.
Yes.
Hello, we're about to get into it, y'all. So that is our little icebreaker. Let's go ahead and
get to it.
Hop right into it. Let's see what we have. What we have first. Oh, defining feminine energy. Let's do the definition of femininity first.
So, I don't think that femininity has an actual definition per se. I think that femininity is a mix of qualities put together. Like, these qualities together define what femininity is. Like, the concept of femininity. So, like, you know, femininity, it's kindness, compassion, nurturing, you know, gracefulness.
Yeah, you were right. Gracefulness. Yeah.
Gracefulness. Gracefulness. You know, sensitivity. You know, intuition. Like, these are just qualities that it's like they represent the woman. You know, like specifically.
So, what would you say? What resonates with you more out of that list of qualities? What do you say you represent the most when it comes to femininity? At
this point in life where I am?
Now.
I definitely think, well, compassion for sure. That's I actually think that's one of my core values, like, that make me as the person that I am. Sensitivity, because I definitely am like the most sensitive person.
You do be saying that a lot.
No. She drops a cookie, I'm gonna cry for the cookie, because poor Cookie, he was, you know, he was gonna get eaten, and now he got hurt.
No.
But on the floor. But yes, compassion, sensitivity. So like being sensitive. Gracefulness, I feel like, you know, like not being like, I'm not too graceful sometimes.
Look, sometimes
like
we step out of that gracefulness.
You know,
I feel
like sometimes I can be like, or I can be like,
no.
You know, so that's kind of
yes.
But no, I think that those would be the main ones for me. Compassion, and then sensitivity.
Okay.
And nurturing, because I'm definitely very nurturing. Like, I would just hug you and cuddle you the whole day. Like, yes, come here, my baby. Come here, my baby.
Yes, y'all, she's affectionate. Okay. And I just be like, she's also like one of my best friends, Shamari, which we will have on the podcast as well. He be wanting to be all affectionate too, and I just be like, yeah. You know, but as I'm trying to grow in my femininity, that is something that I need to be able to embrace.
Even though I feel like you are, maybe just not with like friends.
Yeah,
you know?
it depends. Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, I think that within a relationship, you would, you know, like
like with my man,
come down. You know,
exactly. That wall comes down. Okay, I want to be all hugged
like,
up.
I'm your love baby.
Yeah. Let me see which one I resonate with. Okay, there's grace and elegance.
You are for sure the embodiment of that.
You think so?
Absolutely, especially when you dance, girl.
Now, when I dance, I feel it the most.
Especially when you dance.
Yeah, I do feel it the most.
The way you move is just like this angel that it's like just moving angel dust while she moves her hand.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I think grace has a lot to do, and elegance has a lot to do with like the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? I think you're good at that too, though. I think you carry yourself gracefully.
For elegance, yeah. I do like, but I think that's because I'm Italian. Like realistically, just because in Italy, we do care, or they do care a lot about how you look. Like,
oh wow, okay.
Girl, even if you're going to the corner store to grab a Sprite, you know, like you need to be presentable.
Period.
Like your hair needs to look presentable. Your shoe, like even no flip flops. Absolutely, like you do not go out of the house without shoes.
Really?
Either shoes or cute sandals.
So like my slides would not cut it.
No, girl.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Like even as a girl, like sweatpants. So it's like there's a lot of social pressure behind how you look, because if you don't look a certain way, you will feel everybody's eyes on you. Like, what? Oh my God, she would really come out of the house with flip-flops, you know, like why wouldn't she just put shoes? It takes you 2 minutes to put shoes on.
And that literally, I feel like, of course presentation is a big part of femininity, right? But like femininity is also just the energy of being feminine, you know what I'm saying? So like your shoes, it really has nothing to do with you being feminine. You know what I'm saying? I could wear some Air Force Ones and still be the most feminine woman in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is like, that's really crazy to hear you say that in Italy they're like that.
It's because, especially towards the woman, not as much towards men, but especially towards women, there's a lot of this, you know, expectation that the woman needs to be put together, you know?
That's true,
so, and it's
presentation.
Like, and it's, there's a lot of, you know, like presentation and it's like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be, you know, makeup, you know, but it's like you really don't want to go out of the house looking ratchet, you know what I mean? Like pretty much, because like you will feel everybody's eyes, from men to other women to older people, just really look at you, you know, being like, and that's why it's so crazy, because in Italy they talk a lot about Americans, you know, like
I'm already knowing.
When I came to America, so many people were like, oh my God, do you really see people in pajama at Walmart at the store? And I'm like, yes, I do.
Okay, so
now I go too sometimes.
What about, this brings me to another point, and I'm gonna finish, y'all. Sorry, we just, But, so have you been to the airport and seen women in bonnets?
Girl, I've seen women coming out of the hospital to the baby store to buy things for the baby, still in the hospital gown. I'm not even lying. Like, I was working at a baby store, there would be moms that would come straight out of the hospital. Yeah. Like, still with their nightgown, buying diapers or last minute things for the babies.
Okay, I had this conversation with somebody the other day about the bonnet situation.
I don't think the bonnet, personally, it's a new concept for me, because I've actually...
Because you don't wear a bonnet.
Well, I started now because I saw a lot of videos where it's like, just in general, like it's really good for your hair. Like regardless of what type of hair you have, it is very good for your health, because it reduces that traction of your hair against the pillowcase, and so you wake up like your hair gets more healthy. And especially after I had turned blonde a while back, like my hair is very dry and like it's just so it actually has been helping a lot my hair. Wow. Okay. But I do have to say that like I would not maybe like wear
step
it
out of the
outside
house.
Me though, but
me too.
That's just because I am the type that I like to be put together when I come out.
So,
and it's not even because of people; it's for me.
Like,
you know, like.
And y'all, this is a good conversation starter for those people in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave a comment and let us know how you as a woman would like to be presented stepping out of the house. Right? You don't even have to go into too much detail, or you can say, yeah, I wear a bonnet outside the house, and let us know like what that does for you, you know, because I know for me, I'm not stepping out of the house in a bonnet either, and it's no offense to anybody that does, you know. I'm just wanting to know like the mindset. I want to know what goes into that. Like, is that confidence, like that you really just don't care?
Hey, maybe your face card is just like
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to see something, because for me, I'm like, ooh, I look a mess in this bonnet. You know, that's why I'm like, yeah, I can't go out like that. And again, it's not just because of me trying to get a man or blah. It's none of that. It's just because I literally don't think I look presentable. And
I will underline, as she said, like, absolutely no judgment here. Like, there's no type of like judgmental ever that is going to come from this podcast. It's really just like an exchange of opinions and being curious about it.
So I just want to know. You know, I think we both want to know. That's that's a good topic. Yeah. So, okay, I would say yes, the grace and elegance. Sorry, we got sidetracked, but we're back on it. I would also say, nurturing. I do think I am pretty good at nurturing. I think I've always had that quality because my mom was a very nurturing, well, I keep saying is a very nurturing woman. So I think that was just kind of passed down. My grandmother, very nurturing. So it just kind of came naturally for me. Of course, I could still work on that and get better with my nurturing as I gain more wisdom. But I would say the grace, nurturing, and is there any more? Creativity and expression.
Oh, I didn't see those.
Yeah.
Totally. That goes for me too.
Yeah, definitely. And it says a natural inclination towards creation, whether it's in art or relationship ideas. Period.
And I think that definitely goes, because, you know, like, I don't know, when I think about even in a family setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like, the husband might go to work, provide a little bit more, but then, you know, like, who plans the cute photo shoots with everybody having matching pajamas, you know?
No, literally.
Like, you know, it's
That's
like,
funny.
I would definitely, like, those are things that, like, I feel like the woman really is the glue that keeps it together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like it all needs to happen at the same time. It's not that, you know, it's just thanks to the woman and the man. Like, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's like, speaking specifically about femininity, it's like the woman is the glue that keeps the family together. You know, that takes care of making sure that the husband got, you know, what he needed.
Mm-hmm.
And the husband, of course, needs to make sure that, you know, women and kids, but it's just on other I guess perspectives, I guess, other fields of the family life. But, you know, even, you know, like birthdays or, you know, like decorating the house, like there are some men that are interested maybe in interior designing or certain things.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think that goes into the creativity, you know, making the house feel warm.
Because my dad is like that. He loved decorating the house. Like him and, well, my parents, they did it together. My dad really enjoys like interior design. He enjoys making things look nice. His where we did our last podcast, his man cave.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
That was so
like,
cute.
Yeah. Y'all didn't get to see all of the room, but you know, he really takes pride in his, you know, his environment. He wants it to look nice. And I think this goes into our next point, which is about what is masculine energy, you know? And I looked up the definition because I am not trying to steer y'all wrong on that. Give me 1 second. Hello. Okay. So what is masculine energy, right? Masculine energy is action, structure, discipline, logic, and focus. And it says, like, why is that important for women as well? Because, you know, we have masculine energy too.
We do.
So with that being said, how do you think that you tap into your masculine energy? Like, because that says action, structure, discipline, logic, and focus.
Man, that's me. Oh my goodness. I'm masculine. No,
I cannot.
It comes, and that's where, well, I think that those are just the qualities of leadership at the end of the day.
Period.
Those are qualities that represent leadership. And in a way, the expectation, it is for a man to lead.
Yes.
So I think that that's how the two things associate. And, you know, when a woman is by herself, like for example, in my case, I have to lead myself. You know what I mean? Like I have to take me where I'm trying to get, like, because I don't have a man around me. So,
Period.
You know, whether that it is making sure that rent is paid and bills are paid and so on, like all of that needs, like all of those characteristics of a leader, like I need to embody them in myself in order to take care of me. Now,
Period.
That's where the balance comes in of knowing your place, where it's like, okay, right now this is my place because I have to. But the moment that I will have a solid man in my life,
I can go ahead and,
that's where I'm gonna let you have this part,
yeah.
you know, and then I will tap into my place, which is, you know, me falling more into my feminine energy. But I do think that it's important to still finding that balance of making sure that you're still in your feminine energy and not too much in the masculine, because then when the time comes, you
won't
don't know
be
how to
able
be
to,
feminine. You know, like you're just like, oh no, I run things, and it's like, no, you gotta trust him to run things. But that's why it's important to choose, you know, to be selective, because
of the man,
you know, because it's like, okay, I know that I can do all of this and I can do it good, so that's why I'm gonna let a man take lead as I want him to, because I can't wait to find a man, you know, that I can, yeah, you know what, let me just sit in the passenger seat
and look cute,
you know, but I gotta trust you because I know how good I drive. I know, you know, like where I go, I respect speed limits, you know.
Well, Does she? Respect speed limit.
But we're going to find a common Judah. That's not true.
No,
not even hour.
I can't.
But yeah, so it's like, you know, it's like you're going to let him take and you're going to fall into your place. But then I also got to be sure that you're going to lead as good as me or better in order for, you know, me to fall in my place. Because I got to trust you. And then, you know, but then I also think that that's what's important for us to keep the balance and still have feminine energy. Because when a man gets to you, those are qualities that a man find attractive, in my opinion. And men, tell me if I'm wrong. But I think that when they meet a woman, you know, that they see as nurturing, compassionate, when they see those feminine qualities in a woman, that's when they see wifey potential. Because they're like, okay, I could see this person, you know, nurture me, taking care of me emotionally, and you know, of my kids, of our kids, and you know, like just being the backbone of the family.
And I think it's good that you had said that, because just because you challenge a man does not make you masculine. And I want to make that clear too. I feel like I've, you know, ran into men where I've challenged them. It's probably not something that they're used to, but I speak up for myself, you know. I do want to submit to the man that, you know, I'm going to be with, or whoever it is.
I'm looking forward to, but it got to be the right one.
But it has to be the right one. But I'm also, in that submission, I'm also going to be very direct when something bothers me, when something is not just sitting right with me, you know what I'm saying? If I see the potential in you, I'm going to tell you, like, hey, I'm going to try to pour into you, but in the most feminine way possible. But just because I might be very direct with my approach and say that, you know, I didn't like it when you did this, you know what I'm saying? And just because I move my hand a little bit does not make me any less feminine, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you sit up as a woman to your man, when you're talking to them, they don't like that, you know? And I think I've been in that situation where I've like set up and started talking, and that's just because I'm passionate about it. That has nothing to do with me being masculine, or you know what I'm saying. That might be my masculine energy coming out. Well,
and I think that it's a misconception in a way that, you know, like when you submit, you're not just gonna do anything, you know, to your man. Like me submitting to you doesn't mean that now you're just gonna have control over everything, and I'm just gonna blindly trust you and not speak my mind or anything. Like, not at all. It just means that I trust you enough to let you lead. But it's like, I still have a say in it. We're still in this together. You know what I mean? It's like, as I said earlier, I put myself in my place. I know what my place is, and I know what your place is.
Yeah.
But
let's complement.
The places are still next to each other.
Yes, we should complement each other. It
exactly.
shouldn't be like
it's
an
one is on the right, one
situation.
is on the left. There's not one is on the top, one is at the bottom.
Come on, no, I don't like feeling like that.
What does God say? That the woman came from the
rib.
The rib, which is right next.
The side.
Exactly.
Not behind, in the back.
It's not the back.
You know, like, or top or bottom. It was never any of that in the creation of women. So, you know, I just think that as a woman, and as somebody that is working on her, expressing her feminine energy more, I would just appreciate it if a man can value a woman that is okay with still being very soft and elegant and graceful, but it's also very powerful and confident in her where she stands. You know what I'm saying? If something is bothering her, she's able to speak up. I feel like as a man, you should kind of want the challenge, you know? You should want a woman to challenge you. I want a man to challenge me. I don't want no easy man that I can just kind of do what I want to do, you know? Like, that's boring. Why would I want that? It'll be fun for a minute, maybe, but it's going to get old. I feel like masculine energy also has a lot to do with, like, achieving your goals, just like a go-getter. And I think I have that. That's where my masculine energy comes out, because I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of being able to provide for myself, and, you know, when that right man comes, allowing him to step in and help, contribute, allowing him to be the man. Do not emasculate him in the process.
Can I also say masculine energy, confidence?
Oh, that is so
because sexy. I think that, okay, so
let's get into it.
Right. My type used to be like a little bit more of like thuggish.
The hood, dude.
You know? They want to stay that way, you know?
No, me too.
I think all the girls have
go through that phase.
But guys, when we are in the hood guy phase, it's not because we like the bad guy. It's not the bad guy that we're interested in. Like, it's not that, because the bad can actually be a turnoff, but it's just the confidence that a bad guy may have. You know, like the bad guy, like the bad guy that does certain things, or even the one that, you know, like goes with a lot of women, like they know that they can get a woman, and so it's just kind of that confidence that is sexy. But if you can apply that confidence and yet still be a good man that takes care of that one woman, you know, and then it's family and job, like that's gonna make me fold like
literally, because well, you said you have talked to a hood dude or whatever, and I have too. Like when I was in college, one of the very first dudes I was interested in, he was that type of dude, you know, and it wasn't, like she said, it wasn't just because he was this bad dude, right? Mm-hmm. I think he was an amazing guy. He just was into the wrong things, and but I think the level of safety,
I agree,
that you feel with them, but also the unsafe. You feel a level of like safety, but also there's this like fear. It's so weird. Like the balance there is crazy.
It's the safety that they make you feel. It's like, I know that if something would happen, this is a masculine man. You know, I can just call him in. He's gonna come. You know, because he's tough. Yeah. You know, but with me, he's not. I'm his baby. You know. Yeah. But it's like it's not.
But then when you're riding around with them, you're like,
you know, it's like, man, I could go to jail for 3 years now, if I'm lucky. You know,
it's like when we think about it, what are you doing?
You know, it's like, why am I here in the car with this person? You know, so
that is so funny.
It's not, it's not what they do. It's not their lifestyle. It's just the way that they carry themselves. And I think that that's a big masculine energy that it's attractive, or masculine quality.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Period. Confidence. That was good though. Yeah. I think that so women that are younger than us, you know, just skip the phase.
Oh my goodness.
If you can.
So skip the phase. I don't know if y'all can skip the phase, but yeah,
just be careful.
To the younger ones, definitely just be careful. Just be careful what situation you put yourself into, and. We're telling you the tea right now. It's not the hood guy that you're attracted to. It's just the confidence.
The confidence, baby.
Yes,
that's it.
It's just the confidence.
Well, on that note, have you experienced imbalance? So have you ever been too feminine and like not enough masculine energy, or have you ever been too much masculine energy? Really?
The opposite, yeah.
Okay. And explain that. And you said you were married before.
Yes.
Okay. So how was that dynamic?
So, and that's kind of like where I've experienced it. Like it was just too masculine and no feminine at all. Because I kind of mentioned it in the previous episode, but my ex-husband, at the end of the day, realistically, we were both just too young. Like we were just too young to be together. We did it because we were in love. There were just certain circumstances that just kind of, you know, made us do that choice to get married.
Yeah.
And we were both aware that it was a huge 50-50 of it working or not. But we were willing to do it out of love.
To make it work.
But, point blank, we were not ready. He was not ready. And he was not ready to fulfill the role.
Can I interrupt? Mm-hmm. Were you ready?
I think I was.
Really?
I think I was, but just because, fortunately and at the same time, unfortunately, I've always fulfilled a role of taking care in my family, just kind of because of my generational trauma. So I've always, you know, took care of the people around me. I've always had to grow faster, you know, like just, I realistically, I grew faster than what I was supposed to. So I think that I would have been ready to fulfill I was ready to fulfill the role of a wife. Because at the end of the day, I was still going in school, but you know, I was going to school, I was taking my good grades, doing laundry, cooking, cleaning. I loved cooking for my man. Like, I remember he would go, like, out and he had a job where he would work dispatching jobs. So 24 hours off, 24 hours working. The 24 hours they would go to work, I would just spend the whole day cooking because I loved making sure. I was like, I don't want him to eat the same thing 2-3 times. I would literally make him like 6-7 containers and do different snacks. And because I was like, okay, he's probably gonna get hungry for.
Y'all know what happened already. You should. It's gonna happen in like basically almost every episode until we get better equipment. That's coming later. Okay, we're just gonna trust the process. But so where were we at?
We were saying imbalance between masculine and feminine energy. So yes, so I was mentioning I was just taking care of him. So I was doing, you know, fulfilling my role, you know, as a woman, as a wife. I think I was ready. I love doing all these things. He was not ready to fulfill the role of the man though. He was struggling to lead. When he would lead, and again, that was just not being ready for that type of relationship, just not being as mature. But when he would lead, terrible things would happen to the point that I was like, you know,
what?
Well, for and I don't mean to talk bad, but it's like we made a trip, right? Like we had came to America one time, and the hotel was not booked correctly. One night we didn't know where to go. We were trying to figure it out where to go, call cabs, and he didn't make an American phone number, so we didn't have no way to call nobody. So it's like a lot of small things that I was like, man, like I would have thought about this. I'm gonna go to a different country. I need to make sure that my phone works. You know what I mean? Like that is the first thing you need to do. I need to make sure that I have a place to stay. Like there's a lot of things that just didn't go right, and there were a lot of things that just in general, right? Like I was like, if I would do it by myself, I could do it better. And, and so that's at one point I was like, you know what? Just move. Let me do it.
Yeah.
And so that's what threw the relationship completely off. I feel like the fact that I was being the woman and the man, and I was like, okay, what are you doing then? Because I'm feeling all this masculine energy. And at that point, my feminine energy also completely went down. Because, when you don't have a man that takes care of you and emotionally, financially, or anything, because I was taking care of rent, bills, like I was managing the financing.
Did that create conflict?
100%. Because then, and that was my toxic trait. At some points, like I just kind of didn't even really respect him anymore as a man, because I was like, like what are you here for, and then he of course like felt, I think that made him feel less of a man in a way, because because I would talk shit, because maybe like I mean,
look, she's being honest.
I am, like I was not perfect, because like all of that would happen, so I'd be like, oh, what'd you do? Like you just play video games all day, you couldn't even throw the trash out. So I would talk down.
Period, though.
But like this man would argue with me to bring the water upstairs. Oh, I did it the past 2 times. Like
they bring the water up from the car.
Up, like
every time. It shouldn't even be last 2 times.
All these things, right? I was like, well, they just completely put me in my masculine energy, and I had no feminine energy at all, pretty much. You know what I mean?
That's
Until
crazy.
When I left, I was like, okay, well, I already know how to do this, because I had to do it through other relationships. So I already know how to take care of myself and lead. But that's when I was like, I need to tune in with myself and like learn how to be, because I would see, even in talking to maybe like other men, I would be like too mannish in a way, like I would want to just decide and and it's like, no, like I need to like
step
let
back.
the man do it. Exactly. I need to step back and like just tune in with myself. And so that's where like finding the balance kind of like started for me.
I think for me, in my experiences with men, I think I never really just had like, it wasn't overbearing masculine energy, but it was definitely imbalanced. I feel like my feminine was here, masculine was probably right up here. And I think it comes into play whenever, so say you're talking to somebody, you're with somebody, whatever. I think I've always been the type to initiate like planning things or just putting things together. And as a woman being in her feminine energy, that comes with sitting back, letting the man take lead. And I think because I wanted the man to take lead and initiate, it was almost like my masculine energy was coming out because I wanted that and I wasn't getting it. So it's like I was craving the initiation of a man or whatever, well, from a man. And I think I was like, well, since he's not going to do it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And it still wasn't fulfilling at all because I'm still the one doing the work. You know what I'm saying? And like taking the time out to really be thoughtful and be like, well, let's go do this, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, girl, right now, you're neglecting your feminine energy so much because you want this masculine energy to where the dog.
I don't know if we're gonna if y'all hear a chewing in the back, I am so sorry. Breezy, stop.
No, for real, he really getting it too over there.
I'm sorry.
That's so funny.
My bad, I'm sorry.
But I was thinking it, but I tuned it out. But yes, basically, yeah, I feel like I was kind of neglecting my feminine energy or putting her to the backbone burner, just so that I can feel this sort of masculine energy. But I'm not feeling it. I'm the one doing it. I'm being that. You know what I'm saying? I'm operating in that. And I'm like, you can't want it that bad to where you're just settling for a man that's not giving you the masculine energy that you need.
And what you're saying, you know, what's making me think, it's like men want a feminine energy so bad, right? Like men really want a woman that, you know, will take care of them and stuff. But it's like you want that, but then you're not willing to do the man job. You know, it's like
plan a date.
You know, plan a date. Like you want a feminine woman, right? That'll be nurturing and compassionate and will take care of you and will cuddle you and everything. Okay, well, I'm not gonna cuddle you right off the bat the first time that we hang out.
Come on, let's get into it.
References totally.
No, literally.
But I'm not gonna cuddle you like the first time that we meet. You know, like
come on now.
You know, like do your part as a man. You know, take me out on a dinner, like or not
open
even
the
dinner.
doors.
And, but I don't want to spend money. You ain't gotta spend money. Like plan a picnic, plan a day. Like let's go. You know, like you can literally like put a blanket down, buy a $20 you know like fruit basket at Chick-fil-A or like just you know like some snacks and something, and then play some music, like it really takes that much. Like it really takes that much. But the initiative will show the woman. It's the thought behind it. The initiative will show the woman. Oh, look how he can lead. He took the initiative to plan something, and I will come to that day and automatically would
want to be like yes,
like you know, like hug me, please do, because at that point, like I feel. Like I just got put into my feminine energy.
There we go.
Like, oh, look at that. The man is leading, right? Look at that masculine energy, and so automatically
it's gonna sit me down a little bit. You know, sit me down so that you can stand up a little taller. That's literally kind of like what the balance. I feel like that's just such a perfect balance, and I think as if you're a woman that struggles with like letting the man, if you're not getting it. Then go find somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just because this man that you see is presentable, he fits all the physical attributes that you want, he, checks a lot of different boxes, right? But then if he's not leading you in the way that you want to be led as a feminine woman, and he wants a feminine woman, I mean, there's really nothing you can do. You can't force this man to like man up.
And that's on boundaries at the end of the day. You
can't force him to be anybody he's not. If he's not an initiator, he's probably never going to be. You know what I'm saying? By the age of about 25.
And that is up to you though, as a woman, to set your boundary. Like if you know that you want someone that has initiative, as she just said, if he never had initiative, you can't. Like
we can't change men. We can't raise them either. And same thing. They can't make a woman be a woman. You know what I'm saying? That comes from within us. And I think like, even a man buying me flowers, I feel like that's just that puts me in my masculine energy. I mean feminine energy. Look, but feminine flowers. Thanks for the flowers. But it puts me in. It sits me there. Like I can sit in that feminine energy, and I'm like. Even though I'm not the type of woman that just like loves flowers, but if you show up with flowers, I'm like
that
period.
Automatically takes grace out of it. Like imagine you get flowers, the first thing you do it's like,
oh my
god, thank you.
And you smell them,
like you got this soft smile on your face, like you got like rosy cheekbones, like blushy, rosy blush, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
But like you start blushing, like it's just automatically it's like, oh my god, thank you, like.
That's all it takes.
Okay,
Like for my men out there, it doesn't take much for women to like want to submit to you. It really doesn't. We don't require a lot when it comes to that. I think we are simple in that, right? I just think you have to study your woman.
But on that note, since these little things we just said put you in your feminine energy, you don't necessarily need a man to do these in order to get to your feminine
Buy yourself
energy.
Flowers.
Buy yourself flowers. That will make you as happy, because now, oh my god, like you walk in, you got these flowers right in front of you. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, it wasn't a man that gave them to me, but hey, I like flowers and I like how I feel around flowers, so I can give me flowers.
Take yourself to that favorite restaurant. Take yourself to the movies. Like, do this stuff on your own so that when a man comes, it's just now a bonus. Oh, now somebody's doing this for me. I've been doing this for myself.
And especially, it's like that way you already know how you want to be treated because you're doing it.
You're doing it. You're living in that.
You're living in that.
So it's already like manifesting. So when your man comes, it's like, oh, he's doing this for me now. Now I can sit back and let him do it.
And I feel like it's also maybe like a wake up call for the man, because it's like, oh, okay, look, like, it's like he sees, you know, like a man walking into the situation sees like, oh, look at her, you know, she likes to take care of herself, she likes to do her nails, she likes bubble baths, she likes face masks, she likes flowers. So I feel like a good man seeing all of this, right, should also be like, okay, like, let me do it for her, you know. And that's where the initiative and lead comes in. Like, let me do it for her. You know what, she had a long day, I know that she likes bubble baths because I always see her, or she always tells me that she does bubble bath.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and get her one already, so that when she comes home it's ready. Or
period, you
know, like, I see that when she has flowers around the house, like, she's always happy when she buys flowers. You know what, let me get her flowers. Now the question, well, I do think that there are men that think that way. Yeah, no, might be hard for sure, find, but there are.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that does not make you a bad man just because you're not in this space yet. Okay, there's a woman that will meet you where you are. There's somebody out there that will meet you where you are, and that goes for the same for men. There's a man that will meet me where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not in my highest feminine energy, I'm not vibrating where I want to be in my feminine energy, there's a man that's still gonna meet me there, you know.
That's where you complement each other,
literally. And we're just gonna grow together. Yeah. We're gonna evolve together into that. He's gonna evolve into that masculine man that he wants to be and that I need him to be, you know. So it's like, yeah, like, don't settle. There's somebody out there.
But I do think that that's why it's so important to stay by yourself. Because only staying by yourself you learn these things. If you always are next to someone and you always expect someone to do things for you, it becomes, and you're not doing it for yourself, you know, it becomes also kind of hard to also know exactly what makes you happy. You know what I mean? But it's like when you do it on yourself, like you start, and it falls into loving yourself. It's like, okay, these are all the things that make me need, that make me feel happy. And when somebody comes into your life, these things already exist. So all you got to do is just enhance them and, you know, be consistent with just like, but they already exist. So it's not like, oh, like, I've never seen flowers and I'm gonna, no, it's like, I see that she always got fresh flowers in her house. You know what I mean? Like, I see,
be observant.
We text and she tells me I don't know, like once a week she tells me, oh, I'm taking a bubble bath because I'm stressed, you know. Like, I think that a person that cares for you, man or woman, will pay attention to these details. And
that is so attractive too. So, period. That was good.
Yeah, it was.
Come on, girl.
I'm so excited about this, honestly. Like, I love sharing all these things.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all, we don't have too much more, but no, we're gonna keep it moving.
I
think we're
well, practical. I guess, you know. I mean,
I guess we kind of already touched on that, low key.
We kind of did.
But like some tips.
Do you think that there's other, like, I mean, we were talking that, you know, like, tips to keep a balance between feminine and masculine energy definitely is, you know, taking care of yourself and so on. Do you think that there's anything more as far as tips that could help, or practices that you maybe personally do that help you in keeping yourself
energy with balancing both? Okay. So like we said last episode, journaling, that helps me so much, because if I don't write my feelings out and I just talk them out, so say I'm like with a man, talking to a man, in a relationship, it doesn't matter. If I don't talk out my feelings before I discuss them with this man, per se, it's probably going to come off combative. It's going to come off a little bit like tough, you know what I'm saying? Because I need you to hear me, you know? So, but instead, if I write it out first, I get my feelings released through the pen into the paper, and it's like, okay, now I can go ahead and, now that that's released, I can go ahead and talk to him a little bit more clearly, because now I wrote it all out, and I can be more in my feminine energy and just be calmer. So, like, you know, start that discussion, and hopefully, prayerfully, it goes, you know, in the direction that it needs to, and you don't have to live in your masculine energy when you're having that conversation. So I think journaling, again, I will keep on saying that like every episode, honestly.
Journaling helps a lot.
What's another one? You have another one?
Well, I think that journaling also helps, because it just, like, as a woman, it allows you to, women are known to be more emotional, you know?
For sure.
And so it just kind of keeps you connected with that emotional part of yourself. Which kind of is like the same thing that you said, but it just really kind of allows you to, like, still keep that emotional awareness, you know, because I feel like a lot of times that's where the woman helps the man getting grounded. Men can be somewhat emotional too, but they don't display it. They tend to keep it inside a little bit. So me being able to talk and understand my own emotions also allows me to be emotionally supportive of my man. Because it's like, hey, I see you're stressed, you know. It's like, no, baby, it's okay. Like, I'm just going through a lot of work. Like, okay, but like, I'm a safe place to talk to.
Come on,
you know what
safety.
I mean? Like, yes. Like, see, I love this actually, because I feel like there has to be this feeling of safety between the man and the woman, but it's like, it comes from two different principles. Exactly. Like, when it comes to the man, like, the safety, it's more, you know, like, yeah, like, more physical. I know that my man can protect me. Like, it's like a hug that makes me feel safe. It's like the stability, but with the woman, safety really comes more from an emotional place. You know, like, you are safe to be vulnerable with me. You are safe. I want my man to feel safe to cry with me. You know what I mean? Like, I am here for you. Like, I am the person, the right person that you should be comfortable. You know, like, you had a long day, and it's like, that doesn't make you like, because I think that that's a misconception. Like, seeing you cry doesn't make you less of a man. It's not that I'm like, oh my God, he's crying because, you know, like, he has a lot going on. Like, he's not strong. He's not mainly, not at all. Like, to me, it's actually, it makes me feel so fulfilled also in my role as a woman, because I'm like, damn, like, look, he feels comfortable with just,
that's what made me feel so good,
you know, like, with just like, I am his safe place, you know, like, he feels comfortable with being vulnerable and open and honest with me, and me only, you know what I mean? It's like, baby, like, I'm stressed at work, and then this happened with my mom, and, you know, like, this happened with my friend,
like,
and it's like, it's just, you know, it's a lot, and it's like, it's okay, I'm here for you, like, I'm here to listen to you, and stop.
I was going to say, not even about to bark. And Shamari's coming to you guys, so hold on.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, you're going to tell them what building? Okay, sorry you guys. But yeah, we're going to keep all this in there, because look, again, authenticity, we love that. But I would say another tip is setting boundaries. I think we talked about this last episode too, just standing on your boundaries. Don't allow somebody, again, this goes hand in hand with masculine and feminine. So just standing on your boundaries. I think that that's a part of your feminine energy and a part of your masculine energy, and whenever you stand on those boundaries, they both come together, and you're living in both of them at a balanced state. So yeah, I do believe that boundaries is important.
Boundaries is super important
for living in like balance.
And I do think that as far as like just keeping yourself in the feminine energy, it's really just making sure that that you're taking care of you, you know, like just things that keep you feminine. So be in tune with yourself. Journaling, you know, like it helps you
dance.
Absolutely.
You know,
we're to dance.
Of course. But that also helps. Another tip for maybe some women out there.
Actually, shout out to Delo. I think she posted something in regards to that. I saw it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dance for my ladies. It is another way to connect with yourself. Like you're connecting with your body on a whole different level than you would normally. You know what I'm saying? Some people connect with their bodies through yoga, you know, or just any sort of movement. Like just moving your body will allow you to connect with that feminine energy. It'll allow it to be, for you to live in that feminine energy. So just, you know, it's probably gone now.
I mean, like really what that was, it was just, you know, like just dancing, especially when it comes to heel dance, like,
oh
yeah,
you just feel so sexy.
You feel so sexy, sensual, feminine, you know,
still
like
very powerful.
The stiletto itself, you know, it's like, ooh, like I can dance in this thin ass stiletto, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and just the gracefulness of the movement, where you have more powerful movement, and you know, the musicality that just gets you to be more flowy, and so it definitely like helps you so much into tune in with your feminine energy.
And then another tip, just get dressed up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even have to be going anywhere, but just like looking your best helps you feel your best.
I will add to that, I work from home, so like 3 weeks out of the month, I'm literally just sitting right here to my right at the desk. And I think that helps me so much too. Like you do that for yourself. Like I wake up and I just gotta sit there, and I'm gonna sit there till 5 p.m. But I still get me a cute outfit, whether that it's like leggings and a cute t-shirt, you know, like I still fix my hair. I don't wear makeup because I'm not just normally a makeup
Get up
girl.
And brush your teeth still.
Absolutely,
you know?
Like brush your teeth, you know. So it's like you do these things for yourself because they make, especially because it's like, girl, like imagine if I would work from home for a whole week and then like every time I get up I see me with this messy hair, messy bun, like this oversized pajama. Like it's different when you know, like I wake up and I'm like, okay, like I look cute now.
And that's funny because my mom, she works from home as well, right? And she'll get up and like, you know, kind of fix herself up. She used to always tell me when I was younger, your dad is coming home from a long day at work, hard day at work, dealing with people. I don't want him to come home and see me looking a mess. That's the last thing he gonna want to see. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, these are moments I can't wait for to be a wife, because I'm like, wow, you know what? She's actually right. As I'm getting older, it's like, you know, somebody, you just had a hard day. I do not want to come in and see you looking a mess and like you didn't do anything all day.
And especially, actually, not that you, I was typing. I hope you didn't just say that. But especially like in a relationship, right? That it's like an established relationship. I think that that's something that happens so often. That, you know, when you meet, you look good when you first meet. You know, you're putting effort into like always look presentable. Even if he's just coming over, you're still not gonna look too ratchet. You know, you're still gonna look cutesy, comfy, presentable. But then 5-10 years into the relationship, it happens that you just don't even care no more. Because I mean, like, you're used to it. You know, you're always together, so you just stop putting effort into how you look. Yeah. Well, I think that that's kind of what gets men, you know, to just like maybe
because you're too comfortable.
Because you got too comfortable, but you still gotta take care, and you're not doing it for you. You're still doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. Because I wake up and I want to look presentable. And when a man sees that 10 years into their relationship, like, damn, like look at her, like. She still looks like how and it's like, it doesn't even have to be she still looked like she's still skinny like 10 years ago. No, it's like she still carries herself the same way that she did 10 years ago
when I first met her.
And it's important that you do it for yourself, because if you do it for a man, when you get into a relationship, you already have that man. So what's the point of keep taking? No, you're not doing it just because you're trying to get a man. You're doing it because of you, because you like seeing yourself that way, because it makes you feel feminine and powerful to take care of yourself.
Yep, agreed.
I love that this just came out. I literally just did this connection. Yeah, yes. Like, because man, I really do think that that's kind of like what turns them off of time. Yeah. You stop taking care of yourself, but that happens because you're doing it to get a man.
10 years ago, you was looking good, and now you don't just let yourself go. You know, so let's ladies, let's aim to not be those women. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done for today. That is our.
On that note, honestly, I will challenge everyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's, you know, last week we talked about journaling, and I really genuinely hope that everyone that did it got something out of that. Mm-hmm. This time, the challenge is really going to be around taking care of yourself. So I want to say maybe like at least one date a month, 2 if possible, because we did say at least 2 a month, you know. Actually, let's do that directly. 2 times a month, anytime you want. Just do a day for yourself. Start taking care of yourself. Whether that it's a day where you do bubble bath, face mask, you do your hair and nails, or take yourself out to eat, but tune into yourself. Start taking care of yourself for yourself.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there is a little affirmation that I want to share with you guys before we go. It says that I honor the dance between my masculine and feminine energies, creating balance in every step I take. Love that.
Yes.
We're going to use that all week. And yeah, I would say that that's pretty much the end of this episode. We really appreciate you guys for watching.
And for getting on this journey of becoming her. With us.
Matter of fact, before we end, what's one thing you're going to do this week to become her?
To become her?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to think too. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to say, I'm going to do a face mask this week. I'm going to take a day.
You know
Take some time to do a face mask.
I'm going to do my hair color.
Ooh, you did say that. What color you want it to be a surprise?
I mean, there's no, I'm just going to go back to, well, I mean, I got ponytail. But, so technically my hair is like half blonde, right? And so I'm just going to go back to my natural color, because I've been saying that for so long. You know, like I really want to do it, and I still haven't done it. And so I'm just gonna take care of me, prioritize myself, and then just brand new girl.
I love that. Well, you guys, again, we appreciate y'all for watching this next episode, or this episode of Becoming Her, and we look forward to seeing y'all next week. No telling who we're gonna have on. We will be having guests. So we're excited to release those episodes. But yeah, so you guys stay tuned. We will see y'all next week. Later.
Later.